Welcome back to
Arena Adventure. This video, we traveled to Las Vegas and watched the Flyers play the Golden Knights. Where the stadium's located, it's just set back from the Strip itself. The neat thing about it is it's got a pathway all the way from the Strip to the arena. On that Strip, we found the Beer House, which is very cool. It has memorabilia from every single NHL team. And while we were getting a drink there, our bartender told us, she said, hurry up and grab a seat outside, that the Golden Knights will have a parade that comes through. While we're sitting there, though, we also talked to some very friendly Golden Knights fans, and they told us to go check out the plaza, which we'll talk about, but that there will also be a giant horn to tell you the signal to everybody that the doors are now open to the stadium. So I thought that was pretty neat. So anywhere you are on the Strip, you should be able to hear it and let you know, like, hey, if you lost track of time, gates are open, you can go in. Parade itself was really neat.
It was fun. It was unique to Vegas. They had the showgirls.
And because of the parade, everybody gathered there. Where we ended up sitting at the Beer House, I guess we didn't know what to sit on, but if you sit on the restaurant side, they actually perform a show facing that side. So we got to see the backs of everybody's head, but it was still cool that they did it right in front of us.
Go, Knights, go!
As it literally ended, everybody followed right to the Toshiba Plaza. Following them down to the plaza, they get on stage, which if you don't want to hang out at the Beer House or wait for the parade, you can go down to the plaza. They have food trucks, beer trucks, merchandise tents, and then they have a big stage where a DJ was playing music the whole time. Once the parade arrived, they introduced everybody up there and then put on a huge show, as Vegas always does, and started out throwing out t-shirts, which
we got one.
We were lucky enough to finally get something.
Time for your Vegas Vivas. Let's hear for your DJ Michael Toast from Soundbite Productions. And let's keep those hands going for your Golden Bells, presented by Flamingo. Let's hear it for your Nightline by Drumbox. There is a lot of likeness between some of you Flyer fans and that mascot, I'm going to tell you now. Ginger, and you know where the buffet is, don't you? Vegas, are you ready for a win tonight?
So the arena itself, T-Mobile Arena, very spacious. I never felt like we were bumping elbows or anything. However, when we decided to sit up high again, we went with a group. So when you're sitting with a group, it's usually cheaper seats. But upper level, the bathrooms always seem to be full, as it's kind of been the MO to every stadium we've been to now. Luckily enough, we were right next to the escalators. You could run down and use the bathrooms with no line whatsoever. Sitting upper deck, how did you think sitting upper deck was?
I thought it was one of the better upper deck experiences. Like, usually when we sit upper deck, you feel like you're looking down, but the stadium itself was wide enough that, like, I really didn't feel like I was in the upper concourse. Like, they were really good seats and a really good view. I didn't feel super high or super far away.
So Our last video, if you watched, was Detroit, and we said how we were on our elbows the whole time looking forward, and you still couldn't see the front side of the rink. This one, again, like you were saying, it didn't feel like we were upper deck. Felt like we were really close, felt like really good seats. And just looking around, giving a whole visual of the arena, it didn't look like there was any obstructions to worry about, anything like that. We definitely walked around and checked out different spots. And the spots that I checked out, none of them had obstructions to the rink or the Jumbotron. So very cool arena on that part. Even though Vegas is a new team, I was very surprised at how many people stayed in their seats during the game. The one time that we went to go get food, it was literally a ghost town in the concourse. That being said, now when the period ends and you think you're going to go get some nachos, everybody is going to do the exact same thing. So,
and it's better that way because you can get your stuff that you want quicker. So you're really not missing too much of the game.
And the experience of itself of the game is, so that our hockey purists are probably not going to like Vegas. It's Vegas. It's a show. You get a show in the game. So from the very start of the game to the very end of the game, there's a show. Even when the game ended, they continued the show. Even with the 3 stars, they showed the slot machines and then did all that. So you're gonna definitely get a show from start to finish. We were told, I think a couple days before, my stepbrother and I were stopped by a very nice gentleman, and he said, just so you know, it's super loud, and handed us earplugs. We didn't end up using them, but I still appreciate the gesture and the kindness. But the reason why he gave them to us is he said that Vegas gets very loud inside the arena, and he wasn't wrong. Sound that you feel more than you hear, if that makes sense. So speaking of the fan that gave us the earplugs, just I think from the very start to the very end, it was just everybody was so friendly. Everyone was so excited to tell us about the beer house, to give us the earplugs, to talk about everything and just be friendly. The Flyers jumped out to a lead 21 seconds into the game, and I accidentally stood up and cheered a little bit obnoxiously, and nobody said a word to me. They were really friendly. Karma came back around to get me, but that's a different story. Overall experience of T-Mobile, what do you think?
I think it was great.
Yeah, very cool, very exciting. Again, it's Vegas, so there's a huge show. If you're a hockey purist, I think I kind of lose some points for the nostalgic points, but that's okay. Something different, very nice arena. We're not going to talk too much about Vegas because there's way too many YouTubers out there that talk about Vegas, and we don't want this to be a 3-hour video, so that's not the video we're going to make today. All I do want to mention is, though, while we were there, the Flyers played on the second day of 2025, so we were there for New Year's. How did you think of that?
I think that it was fun to experience, and I think it's worth doing once, but I don't think I ever have to do it again because you think it's busy in general, Vegas, that night was insane.
So we're not getting into details. Like I said, there's too many other videos for that, but definitely cool to see once. It's off the bucket list.
And it worked out that we saw the hockey game too. It was just in the same week. So
don't plan your trip around it. That's all I would say. Our experience with public transportation, don't waste your time. I think it would have been cheaper to Uber even with 4 of us than it would have been to take public transportation.
yeah,
And then for you guys who want to go to downtown Vegas, Fremont Street, whatever you want to call it, the bus ride, what should have taken 20 minutes took an hour. And that was the most miserable thing ever. So
yeah, you're better off walking or Ubering. Thanks for watching. Comment.
like, share, subscribe, go Flyers.